The Senate will come to order. I ask everyone to please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the absence of clergy, let us bow our heads in a moment of silent reflection or prayer. Reading of the Journal.
In Senate, Friday, April 10, 2026, the Senate met pursuant to adjournment. Journal of Thursday, April 9, 2026 was read and approved. On motion, the Senate adjourned.
Without objection, the journal stands approved as read. Presentation of petitions, messages from the Assembly, messages from the Governor, reports of standing committees, reports of select committees, communications and reports from state officers, motions and resolutions. Senator Gianaris.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. We're going to begin today by taking up the reading of the calendar.
Secretary shall read.
Calendar number 370, Senate Print 6121 by Senator Mayer, an act to amend the executive law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, Zellner.
Announce the results. Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 370, voted in the negative are Senators Ashby, Helming, Oberacker, Ort, Steck, also Senator Walczak, ayes 44, nay 6.
The bill has passed.
Calendar number 554, Senate Print 2071A by Senator Scarcella-Spann, an act to amend the labor law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 50.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 574, Senate Print 2117 by Senator Fahey, an act to amend the Real Property Actions and Proceedings law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect on the 60th day and shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, Zellner.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 574, voted in the negative are Senators Ashby, Chan, Griffo, Helming, Lanza, Murray, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Palumbo, Rhodes, Rawson, Steck, Tedisco, Walczak, Webb, and White. Ayes 34, nay 17.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 597, Senate Print 2666A by Senator Salazar, an act to amend the correction law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, Zellner.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 597, voted in the negative are Senators Chan, Griffo, Ort, Rhodes, Steck, Tedisco, Walczak, Webb, and White. Ayes 42, nays 9.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 598, Senate Print 2707 by Senator May, an act to amend the public housing law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect on the 180th day and shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 600, Senate Print 4534 by Senator Skoufis, an act to amend the executive law.
Read the last section.
Section 5, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stukat, and Zellner.
Senator Rhodes to explain his vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, we have the latest example of overreach on the part of the state trying to interfere with local control. And I notice this seems to be a pattern, whether we're talking about Albany dictating when local elections are going to be held, or whether we're talking about how we are going to enforce local codes. It seems as though the party of no kings wants to operate as a king and wants to dictate how local municipalities handle their local affairs. This bill raises serious constitutional concerns under Article 9 of the New York State Constitution and municipal home rule law because it allows a secretary-run code enforcement program to supersede an existing locally established municipal code enforcement program, even allowing code enforcement officers from a different jurisdiction to come in to enforce codes that they're unfamiliar with and do not understand the local process and local decision-making behind them. This is the latest in a series of bad bills. It's the latest in a series of bad bills that tries to allow the state to take over local law enforcement, to take over local code enforcement, and take over local decision-making. And I will be voting no and encourage my colleagues to do the same.
Senator Rhodes to be recorded in the negative. Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 600, voted in the negative are Senators Ashby, Chan, Griffel, Helming, Murray, Obrecht, O'Mara, Ort, Palumbo, Rhodes, Ralston, Steck, Tedisco, Walzett, Weber, and White. Ayes 36 and nays 16.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 610, Senate Print 1694A by Senator Skoufis, an act to amend the penal law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect on the 1st of November.
Call the roll.
Dabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stukat, and Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 611, Senate Print 2494 by Senator Gurnardis, an act to amend the civil rights law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stukat, and Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 677, Senate Print 1197 by Senator Adabo, an act to amend the social services law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stukat, and Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
Bill is passed.
Calendar number 680, Senate Print 5538 by Senator Baskin, an act to amend the public health law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stukat, and Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of the calendar.
If I could return for a moment to motions, Mr. President, amendments are offered to the following third reading calendar bills by Senator May, Calendar 184, Senator Mayer, Calendar 275, and Senator Harkam, Calendar 425.
The amendments are received and the bill will retain its place on the third reading calendar. Senator Gianaris.
At this time, we're calling an immediate meeting of the Rules Committee in room 332.
There will be an immediate meeting of the Rules Committee in room 332.
Senate will stand at ease.
Senate will stand at ease. Senate will return to order. Senator Gianaris.
There's a report of the Rules Committee at the desk. Can we take that up, please?
Secretary will read.
Senator Stuart Cousins from the Committee on Rules reports the following bill. Senate Print 9883 by Senator Gianaris, an act making appropriations for the support of government. Bill reports to read to third reading.
Move to accept the report of the Rules Committee.
All those in favor of accepting the report of the Rules Committee, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The report of the Rules Committee is accepted. Senator
Please
Gianaris.
take up the supplemental calendar.
Secretary will read.
Calendar number 695, Senate Print 9883 by Senator Gianaris, an act making appropriations for the support of government.
Is there a message of necessity and appropriation at the desk?
There is a message of necessity and appropriation at the desk.
Move to accept the message.
All those in favor of accepting the message, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The message is accepted and the bill is before the House. Bill will be laid aside. Senator Gianaris, that's the end of the supplemental calendar.
Let's move on to the controversial calendar.
Secretary will ring the bell. Secretary will read.
Calendar number 695, Senate Print 9883 by Senator Gianaris, an act making appropriations for the support of government.
Senator O'Mara, why do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. President. I was just wondering whether the sponsor of this would yield for a few questions on this budget extender.
The sponsor yield?
Yes, I do.
Sponsor yields.
Thank you, Senator. I guess last week at this time, we didn't know why you were filling in for our good friend Senator Liz Kruger. Today we do, and I first and foremost want to wish her, knowing Liz, she's probably watching this right now. But our well wishes from myself and the entire conference that a speedy recovery, get back here soon so I don't have to continue debating Senator Gianaris on these bills. He doesn't, he's not quite as forthcoming with information for us, but thank you, Senator. This is our third budget extender of this session. We're now at April 12th, 12 days late, or I believe 13th now. 13th now. 13 days late on this, 2 days away from tax day, when everybody has to have their tax payments in on time. Yeah, we don't have our budget done on time. This extender, how much is being extended in spending, and what period of time?
First of all, let me publicly share our concerns for our colleague. It's great to see a moment of bipartisanship when a colleague's health is in question, so we appreciate that, Senator O'Mara. I would also encourage you to stop asking me yes/no questions if you want more involved answers. This extender adds an additional $3.4 billion to what we've already passed, so the cumulative total is now $7.4 billion.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Okay, to not ask you a yes or no question, can you tell us what the $3.4 billion is being allocated to?
And it is predominantly Medicaid spending, about $4.5 billion of that 7.4 is Medicaid, and then various other services to pay public salaries and the like.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Now, by my calculation, we now, between these three budget extenders, we're about $7.5 billion into the next fiscal year at this point.
Correct.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
And this gets us to Thursday, so presumably we'll be back here on Thursday for another extender, because I assume, at least I haven't heard anything about any of the remaining 9 budget bills being ready for us to vote on.
That's correct.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Senator, can you tell us what the holdup is? What issues are precluding a final agreement on these remaining 9 budget bills?
Well, as I mentioned last week, they are the ones that have been publicly discussed. They tend to be bills that don't have direct correlation to the budget itself in terms of dollars and cents, which is frustrating for many of us. And the fact that it takes 3 parties to agree, and the person who has proposed the budget seems less than willing to appreciate that.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Have the majorities been presented with any specific language yet regarding the changes to the CLCPA that the governor has been seeking?
No. Well, let me amend that. There is language that gets floated back and forth, but nothing in terms of an actual bill, a full bill.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Can you tell us what those main points are of that the holdup is revolving around?
No.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield?
Yes.
Sponsor yields.
Are there any table targets yet for the various conference budget committees?
No.
Through you, Mr. President, the Senator will continue to yield.
Sponsor yield? Sponsor yields.
We have a schedule for when the joint budget conference committees are going to meet.
No, it seems that the strategy the governor is undertaking involves agreement on the non-budgetary issues before we discuss the budget. So no.
Thank you, Senator. On the bill,
Senator O'Meara on
yes.
the bill.
you know, here we are again, a week post last week's extender, now extending us for only 4 days at this point. You know, it's Groundhog Day all over again, except now we get to do it twice this week, and really no progress being seen, none that's been conveyed by the majorities here, and there's been nothing really reported in the media of any type of what the standstill is all about and what we're trying to get agreements on as well. I think, as I've stated in prior extenders, you know, New Yorkers deserve to know what's being haggled over and why, so that they maybe can provide some input on what's being discussed. Because we're undoubtedly, as years pass, probably going to get stuck with budget bills, 9 of them left, with messages of necessity, like we're getting these extenders on. And there's really no reason we couldn't have had a message of necessity for this extender today, because we could have been prepared and had that notice for 3 days for us to be able to review the actual bill rather than getting it about this time yesterday. So, you know, we deserve to do better for the constituents, the citizens of New York State, in an open and transparent process about what this soon-to-be probably close to $270 billion budget comes in at, and what the details of that are, with major concerns over the rising costs of utilities in this state, the impacts of the CLCPA on those costs, concerns of rising insurance rates, which is another one of the major issues holding up the budget discussions and causing exacerbation of the affordability crisis we have here in New York State. And it's not good government for us to be doing this all behind closed doors, nothing to share with the public who sends us here to represent them, yet we get no information whatsoever on what's going on. So it's very concerning with this and what's going on. So thank you, Mr. President.
Are there any other senators wishing to be heard? Seeing and hearing none, debate is closed. Secretary will ring the bell. Senator Gianaris.
Mr. President, we've agreed to restore this bill to the non-controversial calendar.
Read the last section.
Section 17 is asked to take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, or Sukun Zellner.
Announce the results.
Ayes 52.
The bill is passed. Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of the supplemental calendar.
Is there any further business at the desk?
There is no further business at the desk.
Move to adjourn until Wednesday, April 15th at 3 p.m., with the intervening days being legislative days.
On motion, the Senate stands adjourned until Wednesday, April 15th at 3 p.m., with the intervening days being legislative days.